Need to explore this brand new RPG that I'm really enjoying. I don't understand some of the negative reviews that are out there because it's been a lot of fun to play. So here we are. We're literally looking at Mars, and we need to go to Mars and explore. But there's a couple things I want to do first before we go on with the main storyline. So bear with me. Explore this Mars mech factory here. So we're going to make that our landing point. Need to gather some resources and explore.
Plenty. Fieldwork's always dangerous, but when you're dealing with experimental tech, close calls are basically a given. But that's half the fun of the job, if you ask me. Not at all. To tell you the truth, I'm happy to be out of the line of fire. Kinda nice to fly under the radar for a bit. It is weird not to be working for the UC anymore, though. I've had my eye on a job at MASH since I was a kid. Yeah, my boss wasn't thrilled about how things ended. Neither were my parents. They were proud of the fact that all three of their kids worked for the UC. My parents are military vets, both retired now. My dad was top brass during the Colony War, and my mom was a sniper for the UC Navy. As for my siblings, all three of us ended up at MAST. My older sister Georgia works for the Office of Interstellar Affairs in the Administrative Division. Our brother Taylor's the family academic. He's a xenobiologist in the Scientific Division. His job makes my old gig at DRIP look like a cakewalk. They've both been retired from active duty for years. My dad served as a general until the armistice was signed, but he switched to teaching recruits after the war. Mom's a bit of a different story. She'd probably still be a part of the military if she hadn't been medically discharged for an injury sustained in the field. She had a close call with a laser weapon that left her blind in one eye. It was an instant death stroke for her sniping career. She's an operations director. It's a nice way of saying career bureaucrat. She's responsible for making sure ambassadors visiting New Atlantis get the royal treatment. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm glad she does it. It'll pay to have a diplomat in the family if things go south with the Freestar Collective again. His bosses have him in the field cataloging every species of flying predator that lives in UC space. I guess MAST wants to make some kind of wildlife guide for travelers? I don't know how his team divided up the work, but it sounds to me like Taylor drew the short straw. It might. My dad always says you can't go a week at MAST without hearing the Bankowski name. Here's hoping the place hasn't burst into flames without its most charming weapons tester to keep an eye on things. Just, wasn't the place for me anymore. A guy can only shoot off so many experimental weapons into space before he starts wanting more out of life. And I don't want to get into it, but there was a problem with my last assignment. The situation got out of hand and blew up in my face. Leaving wasn't my first choice, but it was my only option. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Be safe out there.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Maybe another time.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
find out here? Who's coming with me? Sarah's here. Where's Vasco coming?
Captain, do you require my assistance? Goodbye, for now.
That's fine. Hopefully I don't need Vasco for this. So we got Sarah coming. Sarah's got some appropriate weapons. Let's make sure I do too. Go with the sidecar for now. Head switch to first person. Interesting, interesting. Got my cutter on me? I should probably use that. Let's see. Pick up some resources.
In frosty temperatures like this, there's nothing better than a flask of a good English whiskey to keep you warm.
It's abandoned mech factory, huh? Find something useful here.
You're ready to die. I can't see!
A lot of bad guys here. This might be a little too much. A lot of bad guys here.
Got him! My eyes!
off a little bit more than we can shoot. Sarah? Sarah? Sarah?
Running away, eh?
Sarah, come on.
Aha! Let's do this!
Put up way more than we can shoot. Get some heals. Turret? Oh, it is a turret. That was kind of ugly. None of these guys have med packs? Alright. D-Master, sorry about the ads. You can always subscribe if you don't like them. Alright. Maybe this is not the right place for me. I don't think I'm ready to go to this mech factory.
Got some new orders for me?
How's it going, D-Master? Oh, no ads. ADS? What's ADS? Oh, the turrets? Yeah, alright. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. That was a warm-up. Apparently I was being overconfident. We'll just pretend we didn't go there. Oh, the cutter. Yeah. Gotcha. So if you aim with the cutter, it does more damage, but you burn through energy faster. Okay. Thanks, Master. I appreciate it. We're only 10 hours in, so I'm still learning along the way here. Alright, let's pretend we didn't go there. Let's go to Cydonia. We will have to go back there, apparently, eventually. Go to Cydonia here. Let's start working on our quest. It'll be a little safer here.
Oh, what a lovely view of the Martian sky. Frankly, I'm a bit surprised to find such a delightful spot in this rather drab city.
It is a drab city.
Leeches in the engine, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to...
Building Cydonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir. Sorry, we've got vest removal in progress. Watch your step. Stand clear, please.
Does this guy have anything useful to say? Let's see.
Going to have to lug cargo across half the universe to pay for this cleaning.
He's not happy. Not exactly as luxurious as New Atlantis, but that's not a surprise.
Cydonia can have a depressing effect on some people. Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
Right, because I'm still a police officer. Gotcha, gotcha.
Things have been pretty quiet around here lately.
Police.
Usually means someone's up to something. We just haven't found out what yet. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me. As much as someone's last name is a nickname, friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth. Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the military presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Cydonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon. Don't let me keep you. Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
Sorry? What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent?
Mining's
Come on,
fair
forget it.
word.
Let's get
You
out of
can't
here.
take it all so
Maybe it's
seriously,
not too
I
late to
always
catch a
tell my
ride back
mates.
home.
We're pulling rocks out of the ground, not building spaceships. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos Mining Project here in scenic underground Cydonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately, all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job, off the books. the enthusiasm. Now do yourself a favor and get to know some of the miners. It'll remind you what you're doing this for. Anyway, I'm getting off track. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's nice.
Just knock that out.
It's been going on about the heart of Mars.
Howdy.
Pardon?
Keep it simple or keep to yourself. Anyway, be happy.
This is like Viewport. Got it.
Not everyone needs to come to me with their problems. I ain't a psychiatrist. Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust. You're right. Because I'm not telling you jack shit. Now, you'd be wise to stick a beer in your mouth and mind your own damn business because I don't put up with this sort of drama. You ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
Ma'am. Believe me, I've heard it. After about round 3 or 4 was all he would talk about. He's got a voice that carries. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
No, I've done this routine. Let's skip to the part where you admit you're lying about what he owes.
You calling me a liar? I'll throw both of you out of this bar right now.
Oh, please. 2 strangers arrive from off-world asking for information only you have. You see an opportunity. Everyone always does. Lower the price. Don't think we can't find another way to get what we want.
Fine. Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me? I want him found. I do. All right, I give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moera kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do. Yes? What?
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. A few places can offer that kind of
Been here for that long.
There's nothing like silver.
How's the saying go? Show no mercy, leave no quarter? Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me. Or check out our posts on the mission boards. So, you're fixing to take yourself on a little bounty hunt. Well, look no further than the Broken Spear. The Trackers Alliance posts jobs on the mission board over there. Big old console, can't miss it. Now, look. Much as I'm itching to get back out there and take down wanted marks on my own, I can't help you any more than that. So, don't come crying to me if you can't hack it, you hear? Good. Here's the short of it. I'm only stationed here because I made a mistake. Killed the wrong bounty, and the right one got away. It's bugged me ever since. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you. Alright, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's go gather some iron.
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Oh, I'm beat. But that's what happens when you work harder than anyone else. Ah, didn't think we had any new miners on account of the positions being full up. Ah, well, say no more then. Trevor's good guy. And I know he's been worried about some stuff lately, so it's good someone's able to help. Anyway, I'm Layla. When I'm not mining, I'm tinkering with Gnome, our unofficial mascot.
Yeah, I know
I
you could give your companions
with all sorts of
weapons.
nonsense and announcements.
I'll have to see if I can find
Of course,
Sarah
if you're here
another
to
laser
chat, I'm
weapon.
always happy to talk shop.
I gave my
Especially if you're
Equinox
interested in
to
talking
one
about
of
the heart
snipers,
of Mars.
so.
Oh, so you're interested in the heart of Mars, are you? Word is there's a cave out in the Martian waste with a gleaming node of the purest titanium ore you've ever seen. It's worth quite a lot of credits, but some say the heart of Mars is cursed. Hundreds have gone in search of it, never to return. And every one of them met a grisly fate. Maybe, just maybe, you could be the first to succeed, though. You know, if you think you got what it takes. No judgment if you're too scared. I know, cursed rocks and all. I don't know for sure if it's really cursed, but it's probably still dangerous out there, so be careful. I'll give you location of the cave. Good luck.
You stole a chain gun, D-Master? How did you do that?
Yeah. Gnome's been down here forever. He's also been broken forever. Can't actually walk or do work, and we don't have it in the budget to fix him. No one's had the heart to junk him. But when I started, I gave him new purpose. I programmed him to tell us local news and announcements. I modeled his responses after my own sarcastic sense of humor. It proved to be popular, so I did what any aspiring comedian would do and gave him a bunch of stupid jokes to tell. People love it. Or at least that's what they say. Very funny. Who sent you to ask? Was it Rivka? No, she seems to know what she's doing. I bet it was Hank, wasn't it? He always acts like he's top dog, but we all know he couldn't mine his way out of a wet paper bag. Oh, you're a miner too. Funny, I didn't think there were any new contracts starting. Which means you must work for a rival company. And if you think I'm going to divulge trade secrets, you've got another thing coming. Look, I won't report you, because we've all been there. But I'm not going to help you either. I like this job. I don't have any intention of losing it over something like this. Hey, see you around, I guess.
This is a...
I don't know how much she's gonna help us.
courtesy reminder that despite the low gravity on Mars, a fall into Sidonia's lower level is still likely to result in injury or
What's
death.
up?
Please exercise caution near balcony edges.
I can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore. You're shooting at ghosts now.
Very efficient mining operation. I'm saying.
Trouble mining the war, are you?
People always ask me, Corey, why did you take this job on Mars? Well, the base ranks and people are good. I think we'll work with them.
3 of 10. It's not the most exciting of tasks, but
why they call this the Red Planet? Because it's not a moon!
yeah, I could do that. Smart, just smart enough to make sense. Make it a lot easier to find.
You've got your own cutter. I don't have any to lend out.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor. Or at least don't come crying to me if anything happens to you.
This
A
unit is
friendly reminder that throwing litter off the balcony is prohibited. Please use an authorized waste receptacle.
Am I depositing this? I think I have to have my scanner off. There we go. Alright, let's go speak to Joe.
Okay. I can see that all you mind is really gonna bolster our numbers. The who's and what's it's? Sorry, mate. I've got no idea what you're on about. Sounds made up if you ask me. But then again, maybe the other miners have been inventing some jargon I'm not familiar with. Best to ask around. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit, keep it, or do whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his messages. It'll be easy, I promise. You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in Orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
Caution. Prepare for today's final subterranean particle detonation. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average world. You can see it in their eyes. You don't belong here.
Okay, hello.
Private drinking establishment. Vets only. Glad we understand each other.
Alright, grab sheet. Got it.
Deluxe condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
I got some stuff to do.
Tension's at an all-time low around Sidonia. Let's keep it
I do that like that, just like Fallout 3. Each time you go to a new location, you have a series of quests or side missions that you can do. It makes the universe feel alive, if you know what I mean.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Captain on deck.
We've got stuff to do.
Do you need my help?
Let's go to the... Oh, here's the cave, the Heart of Mars cave, okay. I thought there was a pad. There we go. Mars launch pad. Okay, let's go there.
Service, Captain.
To Venus? I'll only carry the good stuff. Just kidding.
Maybe I give her the laser rifle. Oh no, I gave it to guy that's the sniper.
Talk to you later.
So, let's get this mission done, shall we? see any. Boy. It's gonna be fun. All the way up there. I don't know why she hired someone else to do this job. Some pathing would be helpful here. Gain an affliction. Uh-oh. That's not good. Ooh, that's not good. Fractured limb. This does not look like fun to get out of here. It's not that big a deal. All right. Okay, we gotta figure out how we get up there. Maybe the main building? There's a way to get us up there? It's the entrance. Okay. Guidance would be helpful. There's gotta be so we'll do it that way. edged our way up slowly. Feature would come in really handy. I see what you're doing here. Alright, I got it. filing. Yeah. Oh no. Getting there, getting there. I feel like this would be almost impossible to do without the booster. Gotta get down from here, huh? Same way we came. Wasn't that hard, we just had to figure out the puzzle. Getting down is infinitely easier, right? did? I don't know. Price for that later. So we gather some resources.
Hello.
Alright. Let's go to the cockpit. Go back down to the, because we could have walked across to the station, but then, you know, the frontier would not be where we want it to be, so that's not gonna work. Let's get this quest done real quick. Like to get into the bounty hunter business. Let's do it. All right.
The Lux condos aren't anything special.
You place that sensor and my mark is as good as dead. Good. I'm already getting readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it as your cut of the bounty for your assistance.
There's the job board.
UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered.
Mission board. Alright, let's see what we got on the mission board. So I see a couple missions that you could do like on your own. Like you could stack some missions.
Thanks for the assist. We'll get that bottom-feeding mission boards. Yeah, you'll find one here in the Broken Spear. They're usually in spaceport bars like that. Trackers Alliance posts bounty jobs on them, but you can find all sorts of freelance missions. Good way to make some creds. Hey, y'all better not be taking all the fun jobs yourself, you hear? I'm almost done with this assignment, so you better leave some for me. Ooh, should I tell ya? What the hell? It got me in trouble, but it's a good story. So, I got a bounty for this guy. Real tough spacer, you know? I find a ship, board without him knowing, and I literally catch him with his pants down, getting ready for the day or something, I don't know. Anyway, before he can react, I tackle him to the ground to cuff him, and he lets off a sly quip thinking he's got game, but I don't take kindly to that kind of advance, see? And well, bounty says alive or dead, so I make the call and I put him down. Anyway, turns out it wasn't the right guy, but this guy was also wanted. What are the odds, right? Well, the Alliance didn't think it was as funny as I did, so now I'm stuck here helping new recruits. We did. Soon after you left, the signal pinged. Soon as it did, I sent word to my fellow tracker, and he made a move on our guy. And on top of that, we bagged another wanted criminal. Turns out our guy was using the launch pad as a rendezvous point to traffic illicit goods, including human organs and worse. We caught the buyer as well, thanks to you. Bye. Hope I never have to kill you.
Back on the ship. So you could play this game indefinitely because there's so many sides. And you could just do hauling contracts. Like it's just crazy. And this game's got so much depth. I know the base story is about 30 hours or so, but I really feel like you can play this game indefinitely. Got some stuff to do in space now. About an hour left to stream. It'll be a shorter stream than I planned this morning because
good day, Captain.
Dog to the dog park later. Which is fine. But
Captain?
we could play some
Where are we
Starfield
headed
later,
next?
probably. Travel to Deimos. Space station. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I think it's a space station. Yep, there it is. Okay, where do I land? This location. Okay. We just have to get closer. Land. I gotta be missing something here. Let's see. Let's see. Might have to do a little search here. So one thing about this game, okay. Oh, you can't land if you're in scan mode. Okay. Alright. That's the issue. Okay. Got it. Look at that. First time I destroyed the ship. That takes skill. Alright, so now that I know what to do, thank you to Reddit. How often do I say thank you, Reddit? Very often. go. This is where I really wish there was kind of a few more tutorials. Like, once you get close to the space station the first time, it should show you how to dock, you know?
Greetings, Captain.
I think we have, I feel like we have some skill points. No, we don't.
When humanity finally left the cradle of
Welcome to Deimos.
the United Colonies was
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to contract with them to this day.
Save missions, okay.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories.
Job posting, executive assistant. Tape blues. Okay, that's it?
They're a true piece of history.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's not even close.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars. Anyone that flies in space earns my respect. Heck, an independent may be even braver. You don't have a fleet at your back when the Crimson Fleet comes calling. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you. Certainly.
Alright, we got the longsword. Hopper. Lattice. Phalanx. Aegis. And I can't afford any of those.
Yes, they are. I flew my longsword in 43 combat missions. It never once failed me. That's what you get with Deimos. Our ships have been battle-tested for decades longer than anyone else. I've had a long and successful military career. Deimos starships have played a major part in it. In fact, I'm sure that if I flew any lesser starship, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now talking to you. That's what Deimos affords you. The confidence to go soaring into the fire, the death, and know that you will make it out alive. Then you'll love the ships we have on offer. If you ever get into a combat situation, your enemies won't know what hit them. And that's the way it should be. When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
This is the heart of the UC.
You should be honored to step foot in here.
If you want to survive out there, you've come to the right place.
Alright, we don't need to be in Deimos any longer right now.
Lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Lifting off.
Got a new assignment for me? Hey, Captain. Farewell. Oh.
All right. All right, now we know how to dock with space stations. Again, I wish there was a tutorial segment there that would teach you so I didn't have to blow up my ship the first time. Alright, okay. So we need to go to... Venus, right? Other than the fact that we're looking for a missing patrol ship.
Hello, what do we have here? See that cluster of ships? Varun Zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent, the devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us. No idea. They appear and attack people seemingly at random. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the Zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say. No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our vanguard was heading to next. Exactly. Minimal ship power. Go slow. We grab the data on that satellite and jump away.
Okay. Still learning how to do this correctly. Key bindings. Alright. Which flight modes? Toggle POV. Fire weapon. Decrease system power. V and C. And Z. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay, get used to doing this. Shield off. That's not scary at all. Okay, where's the satellite that I'm supposed to go to? Shield. It's not good. Slow speed. Wait, my shields are on? How did that happen? We don't want that. If I can boost the engine just a little. Speed. speed here. We're getting pretty close. Almost there. There we go.
I'm heading to the Nova Galactic Star Yard orbiting Earth's moon. Yeah, I know. The whole place is decommissioned. And I need parts for emergency repairs. Hopefully it hasn't been picked clean yet.
Oh, that's not good. Earth and everything around it was abandoned a long time ago. And the old star yards are crawling with spacers and other scavengers.
So now we're going to Earth, apparently. Hey Andre, good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. It's a lot of fun. Alright, I gotta increase my power levels here. Yeah, it's a fun game. Really enjoying it. It's definitely complicated. Alright, so let's figure out what we need to do now. Heart of Mars, rotate blue, speak with Trevor. Okay. Go to Nova Galactic Shipyard. Okay. Do I have time to do that? No, I don't. I know about there's been a leak that claims that there's going to be a MechWarrior 5 clans. So I'm not believing it, Andre, until I see some evidence of that. But we are excited about the DLC that's coming out. In fact, I'm going to start playing MechWarrior 5 again tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we'll do some MechWarrior 5 to get ready for the DLC coming out in 2 weeks. But I'm interested in that, but I'll believe it when I see it. Now they might be waiting to announce it till after
and I'm convinced I'll never get used to the dusty air.
Is out. We'll have to see. But a MechWarrior 5 Clans game would be awesome, obviously. Especially if you're fighting the clan wars in a significant amount of detail. And they dive into the lore and you're actually fighting in some of the clan war campaigns. That would be awesome.
into Aquila? No security uniform.
But I'll believe it when I see it. I'm a little skeptical.
Don't worry. We're gonna... Trust me. This is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. I happen to know that the HR director, Tia, and the other women in the office tend to go to the Broken Spear for happy hour at 5 every evening. That's your window of opportunity. Believe me, if you knew Tia, you wouldn't worry. I'll be honest, she's so overworked and behind in her tasks that I don't even think she knows there are any applications. That's a good point, though. Once your application is in, I'll ping her and ask her to take a look to see if any applications came in for me. That should get her to finally take a look, see yours, and if all goes well, she'll hire you on the spot. That's the spirit! Believe me, this is gonna help everyone. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
Okay. So I came all the way up here for Deimos, for him to tell me, hey, you gotta go back over to the space station. Alright, well, that's probably all we have time for today. Seems pretty silly that he couldn't have told us that while we were at Deimos, right? Like, it's not cheap to fly the ship around all over the place, you know?
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
Job applications. That was pretty easy. Alright. Now we gotta go talk to Trevor. This is so like...
Don't worry. We're gonna make... Trust me. This is the best shot we've... And I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations. Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then, we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like
probably
to
have just
that
enough
working
time to
too
finish
much
this side
overtime
mission.
is harmful to your health. And any injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork or exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
I mean, Andre, does your PC handle the current game? Because it's going to be similar. It's going to be very similar as far as the demands, I'm sure. I don't think it's really going to be a standalone game. It's going to be like a large DLC. That's the way I would look at it. It's going to be like a large DLC, so you just have to...
They may have disbanded the Red Devils long ago.
So if you could play the current MechWarrior 5 game, I'm sure you'll be able to play MechWarrior 5 Clans, because it's going to be pretty much the same game and requirements. It's just going to be with different... Can I not get to my ship here? So I think if you can play the current MechWarrior 5 games, including the DLCs, you're going to be just fine with the
Stay away from the Sixth Circle.
Stuff you need to do. Let's go up for Peter.
Hey there.
Oh, it's the Trade
You
Authority
bothering me
office.
for a reason? Got something on your mind, love? Then spit it out. You bet your arse we do, love. You've got all these dusties crammed into this tin can of a city, scrambling to use their profit shares to pay their bills. If they have a thin month in the mines, the credits are still due. So we're here to buy anything and everything people want to sell. And I do mean everything, if you catch my meaning. Not that I'm admitting to anything, of course. Been a real treat, let me tell you.
Hey, welcome to the Sidonia Trade Authority. Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out. Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still alive. He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. Good size, too. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did. And I had to process the sale and store the thing. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even weirder, someone came in and bought it like right away. The hell's that about, right?
Okay.
See you around.
Did he say anything, something about
How's it going?
jobs?
Can I help you? Come back anytime.
If you're here to broker a deal, why don't you just...
So I told
The
you.
UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons.
I tell you, Sidonia's a great place to open up a business. It's really been booming.
Alright, let's do my job here.
Do you work for me? It's hard to keep track these days.
Be advised.
Oh, you're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good. Now, let's... You look a bit different than I remember. Did you go to Enhance? No, Now I remember. They told me they sent me someone new. Anyway, when they told me how poorly you did on your application questions, I had my doubts. But at least you showed up on time, so maybe there's hope.
Maybe.
Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work.
I agree.
Not quite. I need you to do something much more important before you get to that. I'm expecting a personal shipment. I'm not sure why, but the last time this happened, my assistant ended up speaking to Governor Hurst about it. Now, run off and get it for me. What's in the shipment? A good assistant knows it's not their place to ask. Bad assistants get fired. Mediocre assistants get... You know what? I forgot where I was going with this, but it doesn't matter. Just get it for me, will you? Also, I don't quite remember. But it is important, that I know.
Okay.
Oh, do they cover nothing in Orient? Anyway, it's not... All right,
Particle
have a good one.
detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Welcome to the office of the governor.
Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? Something important, huh? Well, lay it out for me. Considering I don't really know you, I'm not sure how to answer that. But Cydonia is a beacon of industry. There's plenty of work to go around. If you have mining experience, you may wish to check with whoever the current Deimos mining director is. Or maybe check with the Deimos Star Yard corporate office. If those aren't your speed, then there are a number of local businesses that are always looking for help. Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Heard of you. Of course, how could I not?
Interesting. It appears Governor Hurst is well aware of our exploits.
If by exploits, you mean what your friend is doing for Cydonia, and not your work for Constellation, Ms. Morgan, you're right on the money. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. And I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do for you? Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Then again, he may be unaware. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first, since you seem to be adept at keeping quiet. See, my personal spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Discreetly. I need tight lips on this. Well, it's a few reasons. I don't want this mired in their process. Also, it's a bit of an embarrassment for a sitting governor to lose a ship. So I'd rather that not get out. I'm sure you understand. Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship's last known location. Remember, not a word of this leaves this room.
Sidonia City Security is here to keep you safe. If you see something suspicious, please
that's
don't
probably all
hesitate to
we
report
have
it
time
to any
this
security
morning.
officer.
So we'll do another stream tomorrow. Probably a Mech Warrior 5, because we're going to start getting ready for that DLC to come out. So we will see you then. And then Monday we'll get back to Starfield. Although I'll probably be doing some streams of Starfield later on today as well. So stay tuned and watch for your notifications for my next play of the game. Let's see. And we will see you later. This has been a lot of fun. As always, I'm really enjoying this game.